Ashley. I'm here to do a stay-at-home mom tag. I was tagged to answer some questions about what I do all day as a stay-at-home mom and just kind of some lifestyle things, I guess, that come with that. I'm filming in our playroom slash homeschool space, so I thought that was appropriate. But here are some things about me and my life as a stay-at-home mom. Do you have a daily routine or go with the flow? I am a strong mixture of both, leaning more towards routine, I would say. I keep a daily planner just to give a framework for what we're doing, but throughout the day, we're usually just home, and so it's really go with the flow, especially when it comes to like school and things like that. We have a routine for sure, but we just kind of see what the day has presented us and just kind of go with it. How long do you plan to stay at home? Forever. Do you do all the housework or do you share? We are very blessed. We have a sweet, sweet lady who comes and helps me with the cleaning in our home. She comes once a week, and I then maintain that throughout the whole week, doing things like vacuuming, bathroom cleanup, floors, little things that, she doesn't do every week. I will kind of fill in the gaps there and do those things. But as far as like the day-to-day routine, things like dishes and laundry, I do laundry. I do all the laundry. Kurt and I share the cooking because we just, it just kind of depends on the night of the week. Or if he finds, something that he wants to cook, he'll cook it. And then he usually will do the dishes, but there's no set routine for that. We share a lot of those responsibilities, but I would say it's a good mixture of both. With me, I'm the one that's home all day, so more of it is on me to do and maintain. But when he's here, he has his things that he does too. Do you work on the side to make extra money? I have, and it was just kind of for fun spending money, or just mainly not even for the money aspect. It was just like if it was something that I was enjoying at the time. I've done a couple of direct sales things. The biggest thing that I recently did was LuLaRoe, and that was successful and fun for me, but it did start to take away too much from my family time, and that's always priority to me. And any time that starts to feel claustrophobic to me, I have to reevaluate. And so that was my most recent kind of venture, but I'm in a season right now where I just know that anything on the side is just not for me. Home is kind of where I'm focused completely, and so I feel good about that right now. What do you love about being a stay-at-home mom? I love everything about being a stay-at-home mom. Of course there's hard moments, but I love being home with my kids full time. I love that I'm seeing everything about what they're doing. We're having conversations all throughout the day. I'm a homeschooling mom as well. So not only am I staying at home, but I'm teaching them too. And I love that I have my school age kids home with me. I think often stay-at-home mom, like you think about like toddlers or preschoolers or infants, but when you're a homeschool mom, you have all ages at home with you. And that's a joy for me. I love, hearing what's in their little hearts and their brains and their ideas. And I love that aspect of just having all of that time with my kids. What do you not like about being a stay-at-home mom? Probably the same thing that I just said that I love about it. There's no off time. You're, with them all day, every day. But I wouldn't even say that I don't like that, because I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't love it and feel called to do that. So it can get overwhelming, and I think just not feeling like there are enough hours in the day to get things done. For me, sometimes I think to myself, gosh, like if they were in school, I would have all these hours in the day to like just work or get things done, or occasionally meet friends for lunch, or just kind of jet off and do what I want to do. And I know it's not that glamorous, when everyone has, I guess everyone feels time constraints with their situation. So I know that the grass isn't necessarily greener, but that is the one thing about homeschooling and being a stay-at-home mom, is just kind of the constancy of care. What does your husband do? My husband is an anesthesiologist at a local hospital here. When do you shower? Okay, before Luke was born, I would say I showered exclusively at night. Like that was what I would do. It was just easier for me. I could enjoy it because Kurt was home, and I knew I could just get away and take a shower without worrying about the kids needing something. But now that Luke is here, he is 9 weeks old. Now that he's here, it's just kind of whenever I can grab one. And he's gotten to where he kind of enjoys the sound of the water and the bright lights in the bathroom. So I can even sneak in a shower when he's awake. I just put him in the rock and play, like right next to our glass shower, so I can see him. So that's been like a game changer recently, that I can still grab a shower and he's happy. So I would say now it's more during the day. Do you put on makeup every day? I like to feel put together. It definitely does not happen every day. Like if I know that we're gonna be home all day and all evening with nowhere to go, then I will be like, what, no. But on the flip side of that, I also think that it's kind of a mentality. Like it helps me feel more put together. And I'm not the type of person that gets fully dressed just to stay at home. Like I don't put on like jeans and a cute top just to stay at home. I'm in like house dresses and just something comfy. And so I like to feel more put together, I guess, from here up, if I'm gonna be in like more loungy kind of clothes. So I like to have it done most every day, and it doesn't always happen though. Do you style your hair daily? Again, no. I will do it, whenever I get a fresh shower, I'll style it, curl it, or not even curl it. I'll just at least put a straightener through it. But I will usually just kind of let that last me a couple of days before I shower again. And usually my hair is up in a high top knot. I would even say I'm kind of known for that. Like I always have my hair in a top knot. So that's more of my go-to. But it's kind of been good like with filming and stuff, because it's gotten me to do my hair more and like my makeup, and thinking through like, oh, I need to film this video, so it'd be good for me to, look a little more put together. Do you work out and when? That's funny. No, I don't work out. I'll just be honest about that. I need to. I want to say that I want to, but I'm not to the point where exercise is something that I crave or is enjoyable to me, and I wish I was. Like I need to work towards that goal where it's a release and like a stress reliever for me and all that. I do love yoga though, and right before I got pregnant, I was doing yoga a lot, like pretty consistently at home, and I loved that because it was more aerobic than I thought it would be, but it was also calming, and I loved that someone wasn't like screaming at me to do stuff. It was just kind of like a centering thing, and it was also, I knew, helping my body. So I really do love yoga, and I should probably get back to doing it. What is your cleaning schedule? I have no schedule. It's like maintaining and just kind of spot cleaning as we go around the house if I see something that needs to be done. I'm trying to teach the kids to start doing some of that. And so I have no set schedule. It's just kind of whatever needs to be done, and I see it, we try to do it. Do you have alone time with your husband? Yes. In the newborn season, it's been a huge challenge. And I don't mind saying that. That's been one of the hardest parts for me about the newborn season. And Kurt and I are the type, like in the day-to-day, like when the kids go to bed, this was before Luke was born, when the kids would go to bed, we would often, like he would go to his office and read or work on stuff, or, and I would, be in the living room doing like the after bedtime straightening, which I know we all do or try to do. And then I would just sit and kind of do my own thing in the living room, and we would have separate time, and that worked for us. That wasn't a problem. But then every so often, we might watch a show together or watch a movie. But since Luke has been born, nighttime is just so, like, it's a free-for-all as far as Luke is concerned. And that's getting better for sure. But it's one of those things where we can't depend on that time right now yet. But historically speaking, Kurt and I really do prioritize going places together. And it's not so much like a regular date night every week or even every month here in town, but we'll do things like in the summer, there's an outdoor theater called the Muni in St. Louis, and we live relatively near St. Louis. So we would get season tickets, and that would be for, something we would do together. And the way the Muni works, it's like it's almost like a weekly thing for a couple of months in the summer. So it's something that we can do together, and we would drive to St. Louis, have a nice dinner, and go to a show. And we love the theater, and that's something that we share together and really enjoy. So when we're able to sneak away and do something like that, then we do. And we take trips together. That's something that we prioritize. Not even like it's not even an every year thing, but we definitely make it a priority to get away when our kids are at the ages where that's easier. And we know that we're in a season right now where that's just harder to do with a newborn. And that's one of the things actually that was really hard for me, harder than my previous births, was kind of the loss of that predictability and that time with him. So I'm looking forward to getting back into a routine so that we can kind of resume prioritizing that time with each other. Do you have me time? Me time. Yes, I would say, again, I feel like this is weird to answer all these questions. I just had a baby, but the evening time, once my kids go to bed, that's whenever I would say it's me time. I don't do any housework after they go to bed. I don't do any real project type things. I try to do that during the day if they happen to be resting, or even while they're awake. I'll try to accomplish as much as I can when they're awake. And that even applies to now with Luke being a newborn. I try to get things done as he's awake, so I can kind of have some downtime when he's sleeping. So I do have me time, but it's kind of sporadic. Like I said, I'm home with my kids full time. I teach them full time at home. So it's more whenever like Kurt is off work, I may run and get a Sonic drink. Or if he, if my mom is here and wants to spend time with the kids, then I may run and, I'll have my hair appointment, or I may get a manicure or something, but it's never something regular. But I feel like I take care of myself in other ways, as far as just allowing myself the evenings to have downtime, and just doing things like YouTube. Whenever I can grab a few minutes and film a video, it's fulfilling for me. So I do try to prioritize that. But yeah, it's tough when you're a stay-at-home mom to make those moments a priority. But I try, and I find that I'm much healthier when I try to do that. So it's like in an airplane when they say secure your own mask before you secure your kid's mask, the oxygen mask. It applies here too, and I think there's balance in all of that. But it's important, to kind of see what you need and try to make it happen when you can, and understanding that it's seasons of life and things will ebb and flow. But I love being at home, and being at home is something that I'm very thankful for. And I know that there are lots of moms who would give anything to be home with their kids. There's some moms that thrive on working outside the home. And so I think, doing what works for you and your family is the most important thing. And just loving and pouring into your kids as much as you can when you can. And that's, I think, every mom's goal. So I hope you enjoyed these questions. It was fun to answer them. Hopefully you maybe learned a little bit about me, and I will check in with you guys soon. Bye guys.